Set up, right? Okay, look like we live, man. Contender regime, boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? You know, another episode of Merlot Fridays, man. And shit, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Skitty 2 Litty. I said Skitty. Skinny 2 Litty reacts in the building. Salute to you, my brother. What's good, man? Appreciate you for always pulling up, man. What's up? Hope y'all boys having a good, or had a good week, having a good Friday, man, and go ahead and continue that into the weekend, man, and, you know, shit, hopefully y'all boys get to enjoy this fight tomorrow. You know, whatever's left that's to salvage this pay-per-view. Jay Harris, Too Real in the building, salute. Richard Dean in the building, salute. What's good? Shout out to my brother Justin Coleman in the building, man. What's happening, man? Appreciate you for coming through. Grindworks Entertainment in the building, salute. What's good? Jay Einstein in the building, salute. What's happening? Mr. Lightbulbs in the building, what's good? What's good, man? Oh, yeah, man, we got a couple of things to talk about tonight, man. We got to chop it up about this because I don't see too many people talking about this shit. I see a few people that's bringing it up, and we closer to the fight, you know, the fight tomorrow and shit. Say, I'm watching the fight, but I'm not paying. Hey, so I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. I ain't paying for it either, man, you know. And shout out to the boxing fans that is paying for the fight, but shit, you know, we was expecting something different. So I don't blame nobody if they decided not to pay for this shit. John Simon in the building, salute. What's good? Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. But yeah, and then especially with this news that's out there right now, I know y'all seeing these pictures of Yordenis Ugas, man. Jay Cooley in the building, salute to you, my brother. What's good? Murray in the building, what's happening? Salute to you. Said it low-key feel weird not seeing Earl in this fight. Yeah, bro, when I was watching the weigh-in, dog, I was just, damn, that shit was so sad, bro. I'm like, fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know Manny Pacquiao, he gonna be Manny Pacquiao, so, you know what I mean? I just wish it was Earl Spence on the other side of him. You know what I mean? Damn, bro, that shit hurt. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That hurt me. That hurt me. I'm like, damn, bro. We could have been, like, it don't even seem like the fight is here. Like, it's lost all its luster, all the drama, all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a whole little thing planned for tomorrow, bro. But it's like, damn, it don't even seem like it's going to be August 21st tomorrow. It just seemed like a regular Saturday, bro. That shit crazy. Biggest fight of the year, gone. But you know, shit happened for a reason, you know what I mean? You know, Earl gonna bounce back for sure, though. Said straight streaming it. Big facts. Big facts, man. I'm not paying for this. I feel bad for the people that already bought, like, actual tickets to the fight and plane tickets and hotel fare and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I feel bad for those people. Walter Lee in the building, salute. He said, what the hell happened? Hey, man, Yordenis Ugas, shit ain't looking right for him. I ain't gonna lie. Slide and Count in the building, salute. Said he injured, but don't want to turn down that payday. Pacquiao gonna have an easy time now. Yeah, bro. I feel like Yordenis Ugas would have fought Manny Pacquiao with a broke leg. He would have went in that bitch with half a kneecap. He trying to get to that bag. And you know what? I don't blame him. But at the same time, it's going to be fucked up for the people that bought the fight and the people that showed up to the fight, because I don't think I had Manny Pacquiao winning initially by unanimous decision. But with him nursing that left arm like that, and then there's pictures that's, you know, they got pictures of him out with ice pack or something on his arm. And then you see him at the weigh-in like he ain't even really moving his arm like that. Pacquiao finna do him dirty, bro. It's gonna be bad for Yordenis Ugas. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bad for him. The people not really gonna see much of a fight. Said his bicep fucked up. Yeah. I don't know the exact diagnosis. I I don't think it's completely torn because he still has some mobility in there, but that shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up bad, bro. And you could see like when they did the face off, he was like he was wincing and shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't look right. It don't look right. Said if he doesn't disclose the injury, they might hold his money. That's possible. Said if Ugas survives 12 rounds, he got my respect. Ain't no way that bicep is normal. Facts. Said try to send a super chat, but it won't accept it. Exceed amounts of limits. Man, I appreciate you anyway, bro. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes YouTube be tripping with that, bro. Unbiased perspective in the building. Salute. Tez Frank in the building. Salute. What's good, y'all? Appreciate y'all boys for pulling on up. Said it looks strange. Yeah. Yeah, man. And I know, like, I was on a heavy bag last week, and I had just got back on a heavy bag after a while. And I guess after the first 2 sessions, my shit just wasn't used to, like, throwing shots and landing them hoes like that. So when I would, like, on my 3rd session, when I would throw left hooks, I felt like some type of, it was like a sharp pain in my shoulder and in the bicep. It was like in this area. You know what I mean? And that's just, in my opinion, that's just soreness and being out the gym. So with him, his shit really fucked up. So I don't know how he gon' like throw punch. Like he was having trouble standing up. Like he was in visible pain standing up. My shit was only hurting when I was landing on the bag. His shit fucked up. I don't know how he gonna throw the jab. I don't know how he gonna throw a left hook. You know, one of his main things to do is to go to the body aggressively with hooks. I don't know how he gonna do that. How you gonna impose your size and your physicality on Manny Pacquiao if you not 100%? Or if you can't even throw your money punches like that left hook to the body? Yordenis Ugas gonna be in trouble, man. Yordenis Ugas gonna be in trouble. Kano Loco Sports in the building, man. Salute. Y'all go subscribe to the brother Kano Loco Sports, man. What's good? Joey Fox in the building. What's happening? Said I'm trying out that 10 crimes tonight. Hold on, you talking about I know they got the 19 crimes. You talking about that wine, right? Unless they got some new shit called 10 crimes. If they do, I need to check that out. Salute to my brother D Atlas in the super chat coming through and showing love, talking about checking little brother. Oh yeah, I know you trolling. I know you trolling. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. What's happening, man? Shout out to my brother D Atlas, aka Monte, aka the Renaissance Man. Salute to the brother Eclectic Agitator in the building. What's happening? AMG Sports in the building. What's good? People wanted Pac to beat Spence, so they can try to say Pac is better than Floyd. You already know. But even that, hold on, I said, even if that happened, Floyd would rematch Manny and win easily again. See, he already beat him, so Floyd ain't got shit to prove to Manny Pacquiao or Manny Pacquiao toxic ass fans. You know what I'm saying? He already whooped Manny Pacquiao ass. Only thing they can say is watch it in slow motion. You know what I mean? King Scorpion in the building. Salute said this shit starting to smell fishy. Facts. Yeah, bro. I just don't. Yeah, Joey Fox. I knew what you meant, bro. But I'm like, shit, maybe they got something new. Because I'll check it out. Shout out to my boy Justin Coleman. He the one to put me on the 19 crimes. The red wine with Snoop on that bitch. And that shit good too. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot, man. I had bought it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually sipping on some, this is a little different of a drink, you know what I'm saying? It's a little Hennessy with a little cranberry pomegranate in there, you know what I'm saying? With a little mixture, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't going too crazy. Something light, you feel me? Yeah, them fans hella toxic, bro. They hella toxic. You know, they glad that Earl Spence out the fight. And they finna have a field day with this, even though we know, even That nigga said I had to change profile. Hey, salute to the brother. No Excuses Podcast back in the super chat coming through and showing love. If y'all don't know, that's still D Atlas. He said had to change profiles. If Ugas is really hurt, he's going to get beat on like a heavy bag. That's facts. He finna get beat bad, bro. Cause it's like, damn. Number one, you already got slow feet, so you got a foot and hand speed disadvantage. Then on top of that, your arms don't work. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw your money punches. You can't throw no left hook, that's probably your most dangerous punch. I don't think Ugas gonna last 4 rounds, y'all. I don't think Ugas lasts 4 rounds. And it might be a situation where he quits on his stool. He secured a bag, and I don't want to put this jacket on him because I don't want to make it seem like Ugas is a quitter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, don't hire contender regime. That might be hold on. Matter of fact, I don't know. I'm thinking that might be my boy operating on the other channel. I don't know. That might be a fake page. I'm not even sure. Hey, if y'all can go check that page and see if it's a fake page, if it is, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But if they got like some other some other content on there from like the clothing line and shit, I don't know. That might be a fake page though. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see what he's talking about. I appreciate. Hey, shout out to Canelo Loco Sports. He on this motherfucking shit though, bro. I like that. I need them shooters to be quick with it. I like that. But yeah, you know, if he already got a foot and hand speed disadvantage, then you can't use your money punches, bro. It's gonna be bad for him. I had Manny Pacquiao winning a unanimous decision initially, but now I think he finna get Ugas out of there within 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get him out of there within 4 or 5, man. He gonna get him out there within 4 or 5. Said Manny look strong as fuck. Yeah, Manny look good. Manny look like he in prime shape. He look just like he did in the Floyd Mayweather weigh-in. He look real good. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the Manny Pacquiao fans, they finna go crazy with this. They gonna be, oh my God, Manny Pacquiao, he gets his first stoppage in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They really counting the Lucas Matisse stoppage, even though Lucas quit. You feel me? Kinda Loco said, somebody else go check that page. Yeah, somebody check that page out and see if that's cause I can't remember, man. That page haven't been operating in a long time. If it is the page where it got like the clothing line content and shit like that, cause it could be my boy operating that shit. But I don't know. That probably is some fake motherfucker coming in here bullshitting and, you know what I'm saying, trying to cause ruckus. Grind Hard Sports Nation in the building, salute. Said hell no, Manny UD. But yeah, so, you know, look, that Lucas Matisse shit, man, you can count that. But bro, really, his last real stoppage was it was Miguel Cotto. That was like 2009. That's Manny Pacquiao last real stoppage. That Lucas Matisse shit, number one, he had no business being at 147 anyway. And then number two, Lucas Matisse was washed up. You know what I'm saying? He came in there just to get a bag, and look, we never heard of him again after that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like he wasn't taking no real damage. I mean, shit, he just didn't have no business in there in the first place. So, Manny Pacquiao last real stoppage was 2009 versus Cotto, and a dehydrated Cotto. That's facts. He didn't fight him at his real weight. He fought a dehydrated Cotto. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Manny Pacquiao fans, they finna go crazy. If Manny go out there and whoop on Ugas like I think he gonna do with this bicep injury, man, say, we ain't gonna hear the last of that shit until somebody put his ass down. You know, but I mean, no disrespect to Manny Pacquiao. Like I told you, I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. I fuck with Manny, you know, and it's hard to root against the guy. You know what I'm saying? But his fans toxic as fuck. But what do y'all think the chances are that Ugas can win this fight? Like, y'all really, I want to see some numbers. Give me a percentage. Like, what's the chances of Ugas winning this fight? Injury or no injury? Let's assume that he's 100% healthy. Do anybody in this chat believe that Ugas can win this fight? I actually rather have Manny win conventionally so he can get that win over Spence, get that with Spence when he recovers. That's fact. I would like that too. Now, if I could guarantee that Manny Pacquiao will fight Spence after this, and I'm not saying that Manny Pacquiao is afraid or nothing like that. He already had signed on, but I'm talking about the fact that this could be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. And he got so many, he's a politician. He got so many obligations overseas. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't know if Manny Pacquiao is going to fight again, let alone come back and fight Earl. And then he's only getting older. So, and he did mention that he's willing to fight. He said if he is still fighting, he wants to fight Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. But he said, if I'm still fighting, that's who I want. And I believe him. I believe him wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's a guarantee. But if he does go out there and he stop Ugas, that makes the Earl Spence fight that much more attractive. Even though that fight really don't need nothing to build it up, because people was already anticipating and excited about that fight because of the two guys that's fighting. It's a legendary type of fight. But this does, if anything could up it up, the fact that Manny will have a belt, an official belt, it'll be for WBA, WBC, IBF, and the Ring Championship. And he's coming off of a stoppage beating Ugas. So his last two wins is Keith Thurman, undefeated champion, and Yordenis Ugas, a stoppage, who was on what? Like, Ugas is on he on a mean ass win streak right now. If you take out the L from Sean Porter, which was a very close fight, he's on a really nice streak of good, solid wins. Said 40%, 40%. Okay, 35%. Okay. Roselle Monroe in the building, salute. Justice Supreme in the building, what's good? I wouldn't be surprised if Ugas win this fight. Damn, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Even before the injury, I had Manny winning, but I wouldn't have been extremely surprised if Ugas was able to get a decision. But now with this injury, bruh, I just don't see him winning. I don't think he's gonna last 5 rounds. Salute to the brother Omar Buford in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said if Ugas is really hungry and want it, I think he have a 40% chance of winning. Wilder fought with a torn bicep and it cost him though. That's a great point. That's a great point. Shout out to Omar Buford. That's a great point, bro. That's a great point. But with Deontay Wilder, was Wilder's left bicep or his right bicep was torn? Because if it was the right bicep, that's extremely impressive. Just to even be fighting. And it did cost him. You know, but we know that if Wilder's left bicep fucked up, he'll still get your ass up out of there with that right hand. Salute to the brother Kano Loco Sports in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said, you need to set up StreamYard so I can join you one of these Fridays, bro. Hey, I got you. And shout out to my brother Monte from No Excuses Podcast. He actually showed me how to run the whole StreamYard thing, but I just been slacking on it, bro. I'm going to definitely get that going. I'm going to do like a tester. I'll probably do like a weekday tester. You know what I'm saying? When I have some free time, just a tester. And then just see how it look and how to work the shit with bringing multiple guests on and shit like that. So once I kind of get the hang of that, oh yeah, it's going to be up. It's going to be up. Because I definitely love to have you on the show, bro. I love your take on this boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? Great boxing knowledge, man, for sure. Unbiased perspective, he said that stamina crazy if he not hurt. And Manny known for fade, I don't know. Said if he hurt and come forward, Manny beating him like a drum. Yeah. Walter Lee said, I had it 50-50 before. Ugas is a Cuban fighter, but he doesn't have that typical slick Cuban style, in my opinion. He kind of squares up. He's strong and goes to the body well. Yeah, and that's a great point, and I'm glad that you brought that up because he's a very technical fighter, but you're right. He don't have that traditional slickness of a Cuban fighter. He don't really have that boxing style that you would normally see from Cuban fighters. He got the technique, but not the style though. You know what I'm saying? He's more of I'ma use my size and my strength and just try to bruise you down and go to the body and just wear you down over the course of a fight. But he does it with really solid technique. All his punches, if you look at his body punches, when he does use his jab, which I believe, in my opinion, he don't use the jab enough. But when he does use the jab, it's crisp, it's nice. He throws punches with bad intentions, and they're very sharp, good timing, and very, very technical shots. So I do like that aspect of Ugas, but I would love to see him be a little bit more versatile, like a little bit lighter on his feet, or even if you're gonna be, if you're gonna use a lot of leverage, at least kind of use the pivot game more. You know what I'm saying? Just show a little bit different angles. That way you can kind of, put guys in positions that you want them to be in, and you can capitalize and take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Give guys different looks. I think, in my opinion, that's where he went wrong versus Sean Porter. A lot of people think that Ugas won that fight. I feel like Sean Porter won that fight. I scored the fight. It was very close. I had Sean Porter winning 7-5. You know what I'm saying? And the advantage that Sean Porter had in that fight, that he was giving Ugas so many different angles, but Ugas really couldn't. That's why you seen at some points in that fight, Ugas, he was stop in the middle of the ring and he was telling Sean, like, come on, let's fight. And it's like, no, Sean, like, shit, I'm boxing. Fuck you talking about? I'm boxing. You talking about just stand here and let you beat up on me? Hell no, I'm boxing. And you gonna have to up your skills if you want to compete. So I felt like Sean Porter won that fight. He showed more skill and more versatility. Said elbow injury. Nah, man. Shit. Now, I don't know. There hasn't been a specific diagnosis, and I don't even think that PBC, Fox, I don't think anybody on the mainstream scale have actually acknowledged that there's an injury. A lot of this really just rumors and speculation right now, so you may be right. It might be an elbow injury. But I think it's a bicep injury because the picture that I seen, and I should have put it as the thumbnail, but I put the normal Merlot Fridays thumbnail. But the picture that I seen, it's like he had like an ice pack or something on his arm. He didn't have that bitch on his elbow. Now, it could be like in this area though. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he had that bitch right here. And then I saw when he was doing an interview, his bicep looked like it was swollen and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's the elbow, but a lot of times when you have an injury in like on a major muscle like that, it could trickle down to different places. Said if that picture not Photoshop, Ugas is screwed. I don't think it is. Did y'all see the weigh-in? Said, man, homie got me wanting to make a store run and get a bottle of that 19 Crimes. Yeah, bro. Hey, check that 19 Crimes out, bro. It's good. It's smooth. If you like a Merlot or a Sauv, you know what I'm saying? Just like, cause I like red wine because it ain't that real sweet shit. I like, a little bitter but a rich taste. You feel me? If you like shit like that 19 Crimes with Snoop on that bitch, the red wine, you gonna fuck with it. It's real good. But yeah, did y'all see the weigh-in? Did y'all see how gingerly Ugas was like catering to that arm? He didn't, he was moving it a little bit, but he wasn't really like, it didn't seem normal to me. And then on top of that, there's an image and there's like a video of him when they're doing a face-off after the weigh-in where he was like he was literally in pain. You know what I mean? Like, you could see that he was literally in pain. And he's probably just trying to fight through that shit because he know he got to get this bag, number one. And then I don't know if he went to higher up at PBC and told him, like, look, I got this injury. They probably like, man, look, we got to save this pay-per-view. Motherfucker, you getting out there. You signed in blood. You finna get your ass out there and fight Manny Pacquiao. I don't give a damn what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? We done already lost Earl Spence. We ain't finna do no last minute replacement. There's too much money on the line. And then plus Ugas already, he probably already, you know what I'm saying? He probably already expecting his paycheck too. So he like, fuck it. I gotta get in and, you know, get that money. And it's probably gonna be a situation where he get in there, kind of see how things go, see, you know, how much damage he can withstand and see if he can throw punches. And if it get to a point to where the pain is unbearable, I think you're going to see Ugas not come out the corner. He going to be like, oh, I hurt my arm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hurt my arm. I ain't coming out that bitch. Manny Pacquiao wins by technical knockout. And I think it's going to be within the 4th or the 5th round because I don't think he's going to be able to last that long. Because remember, Manny Pacquiao is his most dangerous in the first 6 rounds. That's when Manny Pacquiao is most active. That's when he's most dangerous. So you know he finna have hella energy them first 4, especially the first 4 or 5 rounds. Manny Pacquiao gonna be in that bitch going crazy. He finna be all over Ugas' ass. Salute to the brother Jay Harris, too real, in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said Ugas too stiff, and to be honest, he has no power. Great point. He's physically strong and very well rounded, but he's not great at anything. Manny gonna look great in there. Yeah, I agree. That's a great assessment, bro. I agree. Shout out to the brother D Luckett in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you for coming through. Damon Bussy in the building. What's happening? Yeah. I think Manny Pacquiao is gonna look phenomenal. Manny Pacquiao is going to look like prime Manny Pacquiao tomorrow night. He going to look like prime Manny Pacquiao in there. He going to look like prime Manny Pacquiao. He going to look phenomenal. You're going to see the disparity in foot speed, and you're going to see the disparity in hand speed. And you're going to see the difference in power. And you're going to see that Ugas is hurt. You're going to see that left arm, you're going to see he not throwing that bitch with conviction. Now, I hope I'm wrong. Maybe all of the images and the video that we seen, maybe we reading too much into this shit. I hope I'm wrong. And Ugas go out there and he's able to fight through the pain and fight his normal fight. I hope that's the case. But just from what I seen, I think this needs to be talked about, and I can't ignore this. You know what I'm saying? Like, your bicep going into a big fight like this, going into any fight, having your bicep compromised, bro, it's not good. It's not good. I told y'all, like I said, I had like some minor soreness in my shit like last week, just on the heavy bag, bro. And my shit only hurt when I was landing shit. It wasn't hurting when I was just standing there. Ugas was in pain just standing up, bro. Like he was, you know what I mean? His shit fucked up. I'm just saying, his shit fucked up, y'all. Salute to the Queen Nick J in the building. What's happening? Thank you for coming through. She said, that arm is definitely a little swollen. I hate that because I think a healthy Ugas would give him issues. Yeah, I definitely believe that a healthy Ugas will be formidable. I don't think he beats Manny Pacquiao. I don't think he even really gives Manny Pacquiao enough issues where it would be uncertain if Manny Pacquiao would win or not. But I definitely think that a healthy Ugas would present some issues for Manny. I do believe that. And it is, again, this shit fucked up on so many levels. Number one, the fight itself could be compromised. And then number two, you have people who are buying the pay-per-view anyway, Manny Pacquiao fans and Ugas fans, and then just boxing fans, people that wanted to see Manny Pacquiao versus Spence, but they like, shit, We can't get Spence in there, so fuck it. I'ma still buy the fight anyway. You know what I'm saying? But they thinking they getting a healthy Ugas. And then he get in there, he lasts 4 or 5 rounds because his arm fucked up. Then you got people that bought plane tickets. You got people that done paid for hotels. You know, you got people that done paid money to go to the fight. They thinking they getting a healthy Ugas. And then they done already accepted the fact that they not going to get Earl Spence. But they like, shit, at least we getting a champion. Yordenis Ugas, WBA champion. Healthy, big guy, strong, younger than Manny Pacquiao. Should be somewhat of a competitive fight. But they might not even get that. You know what I'm saying? They might not even get that. Salute to the brother D Lucky coming through in the super chat, showing up and showing love. He said, I think he can mix a rough style like Jeff Horn did against Pac with his own twist of boxing. Ugas needs to rough his ass up and make him get old. Yeah, see, that would have been the game plan, and it should still be the game plan if Ugas is capable, physically able to carry it out. If he's physically able to execute that game plan, that should be it. Because he's not going to be able to outskill Manny Pacquiao. He ain't going to be able to outbox Manny. He ain't going to be able to outskill him. He ain't going to be able to outthink Manny Pacquiao. He ain't going to be able to do all that shit in the skill department, the tangibles and the intangible shit, and then just the knowledge and the experience and the skill. He not going to be able to do none of that shit with Manny Pacquiao. What he need to be trying to do is physically rough his ass up. You know, if I'm Ugas, shit, I hit him with a low blow or two. Why not? You know what I'm saying? You might see you gonna have to sacrifice some rounds anyway. You gonna have to sacrifice some points. Hit his ass with a low blow or two, just to go ahead and try to, you know, cause a little bit of damage early. Tackle him one time. You feel me? Like, do something to where you can kind of get yourself, you know, cause a little damage on him. That way later on in the fight, you might have a chance to get him up out of there. You know what I mean? When you get him on the ropes, you know what I'm saying? Put your forearm in his throat or something like that. You know what I mean? Headbutt his ass one time if you can. Bro, I'd be doing all type of shit in there if it was me. Because you ain't going to be able to outbox him. He going to pick you apart. Ugas he ain't got the skills. Said lean on him, tire him out early. Yeah, exactly. Because look at what Jeff Horn did. Now, I'm glad somebody brought that up because let's talk about this. I felt like Manny Pacquiao won that fight. But what most people fail to acknowledge is that the fight was very, very close. You can say Manny Pacquiao got robbed. Okay. But the fight still was close enough for the judges to even justify giving it to Jeff Horn. So that lets me know, whether you like it or not, whether you enjoy watching Jeff Horn's style or not, Jeff Horn did something right. He did something right that made the judges think, all right, now he winning rounds in here. And if you go back and you watch that fight, you will see rounds where Jeff Horn really is getting the best of Manny Pacquiao. Not skillfully, but physically. He wasn't getting the best of Manny Pacquiao skillfully. You can easily see and be able to separate who had the better jab or who threw the better right or left hook, who had the better body punching, who was the faster fighter, who had the most punching power. You can easily see that. From the first 2 rounds, you was able to see that. You would have knew that shit just by watching film of each individual fighter before they even got in the ring with each other. You would have been able to see that off top. But in the actual fight, Jeff Horn did some shit right that made the judges see, okay, nah, he winning these rounds. He was more active than Manny Pacquiao. He was the one coming forward. He was smothering a lot of Pacquiao shots, roughing him up, physically throwing him around the ring, showing physical dominance. That may not be the traditional ring generalship that we used to, but it's still ring generalship. Because Ring generalship is controlling the pace of the fight. Ring generalship is imposing your style on the other fighter. That's ring generalship. When you are the one that's controlling shit in the fight, you are the ring general. Jeff Horn was the ring general in the fight versus Manny Pacquiao. He was. He was. Even though I had Manny Pacquiao winning because I thought he landed the more crisp, clean shots. I thought his approach to the fight was more calculated. You know, it was more skillful. You know what I'm saying? But Jeff Horn did something right. So if I'm Yordenis Ugas, look, we finna rough his ass up. It's the same shit. See, and that's why I love the matchup for Errol Spence so much, because Errol Spence, we know that he has the physical advantages over Manny Pacquiao. Stronger, bigger, you know what I mean? He can impose his size on him, and all that shit that Jeff Horn did to Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence could have did that times too. But on top of that, Errol Spence is an elite, skilled fighter. So it's like, he can do all that and then some. That's why I love that matchup so much for Errol Spence. Now, Ugas, he don't have that. Ugas don't have the ability to do that. So he just gonna have to get in there and make it a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to rough him up. Make it look ugly. If you don't have the skills to go in there and look pretty and look crisp versus Manny Pacquiao, you need to make him look just as bad as you do. Make that shit ugly, so at the end of the fight, the judge is going to have something to think about. They ain't going to be able to say, well, no, this guy landed all the clean shots. He was letting off flurries and, you know, landing power shots and very effective. They ain't going to be able to say that if you go in there and you know, see, you try to go in there and you physically manhandle him. That's how Sean Porter won a lot of his fights. And then that's also how Sean Porter made the fights that he did lose, that's how he made a lot of them close. Because he went in there and he made that shit ugly. Salute to the brother Derek Lincoln in the building. What's good? Salute to the brother D Lucky back in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said Pac is known to get frustrated at times. Facts. Ugas can counter too. That's another thing. Ugas is a really solid counterpuncher. Said, who knows what kind of power Pac can handle at this age. He looks good training. But hey, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact. And all of that sounds really good. And it all makes sense. But we still don't know what Ugas is going to be able to do with this bicep injury. You know what I'm saying? I think this bicep injury going to be a huge thing. I think it's going to be huge. Ray Dunn in the building. What's good? Said quiet as kept. AB was frustrated. AB was frustrating Pac with the jab. He was. He was. AB definitely frustrated Manny Pacquiao. Man, this shit making me mad, bro. This shit pissing me off, bro, because I know Earl would have beat the shit out of Manny Pacquiao, bro. Bro, this shit fucking me up right now, bro. I know Earl would have beat the dog shit out of Manny Pacquiao, man. Like, bro, oh my God, dog. This shit killing me right now. Like, come on, man. Like, look. Manny Pacquiao does get frustrated. We seen it in the Jeff Horn fight. We seen it in the Adrian Broner fight. We seen it in the Floyd Mayweather fight. You got to put a combination of things together to beat Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying in any shape or form that Adrian Broner won that fight with Manny or was close to winning it. I mean, it was a competitive fight. Motherfuckers might, motherfuckers gonna sit up here in front like it wasn't somewhat competitive. It was competitive, but, Manny Pacquiao clearly won that fight with Adrian Broner. But, again, you got to put a combination of things together to beat Manny Pacquiao. You just can't rely on one thing. And that's why I wanted to see Earl get in there with him so bad, because Earl is one of the few complete fighters in boxing today. And I just knew he was going to be able to go in there and just have his way with him. It was going to be some challenges, but I think he definitely would have had his way with Manny Pacquiao ultimately. But hopefully we'll see that fight. If Manny Pacquiao go out there and do what he's supposed to do tomorrow night, and if he stick around, hopefully we'll see that fight. Something that people don't even, like the brother like the brother Walter Lee just said, sorry ass Tim Bradley beat him once. That's something that people don't like to bring up a lot, because everybody viewed that first fight with Tim Bradley as a robbery. That's another fight that you could have said. Now, I did initially score the fight. I scored that win for Manny Pacquiao. But you can't really say that it was a robbery, though, because it was a close fight. Tim Bradley was doing some good shit in there. Now, mind you, this was Manny Pacquiao what? This is like damn near 10 years ago. When did Manny Pacquiao fight Tim Bradley the first time? Was it like 2011, 12, 13? It was like 2011, 2012. That's 10 years ago. So like that was a considerably fresher version of Manny Pacquiao, younger, more vibrant. Imagine, look at Manny Pacquiao right now. Just beat Keith Thurman at 40. Knocked him down in the first round. You seen him at the weigh-in today, looking amazing. Looking in phenomenal shape. Strong from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like no 42, 43-year-old dude. Now think about this. He fought Tim Bradley the first 2012. Okay, so that's damn near 10 years ago. And he didn't hurt Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley was in every round of that fight. You know, that was a very competitive fight. People don't want to admit that because everybody views that fight as a robbery, but that was a very competitive fight. So it's certain things that you can do to be successful versus Manny Pacquiao, but you got to put it all together. You know what I'm saying? You can't just rely on one thing with Manny. You got to put that shit together. But one of the main things you got to have is a good jab. And Ugas, with that left arm fucked up, I don't know what that jab gonna look like. Then on top of that, I felt like he could use the jab a lot. When he's fully healthy, he could use the jab a lot more and a lot better. Who knows what their game plan and strategy was or is going into this fight. Hopefully that's something that they worked on immensely. Hopefully that's something that his coach has seared into his brain. It's like, bruh, you gotta use the jab. It's pivotal. You got to use the jab. Hopefully that's something that they worked on, but I don't know what that's gonna look like with that bicep fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like his shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I seen the little video where when he had the shit, he had the ice pack and shit on his arm, and he had two dudes on the side of him. I guess they was taking a picture or whatever, and then after the picture, they tried to dap him up. He couldn't even, he was on some shit like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't even dap dude up. Pull counter boxing in the building, salute. He couldn't even dap dude up. He was fucked up. And then at the weigh-in today, I was hoping at the weigh-in today that I would be relieved and see that, oh, nah, that was just Photoshop or that was just some minor shit. He good. But now at the weigh-in, he was like, he fucked up. My boy Kinda Loco said, I, my G, got the bottle and back home already. Yes, sir. Go ahead and pop that thing open, man. Go ahead and pour you a glass of that 19 crowns, bro. Let me know what you think about it. Salute to the brother Dion Kennedy in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said, if Manny struggles against Ugas, we won't see that Spence fight. Yeah, man. That could be something that we got to take a look at. That could be something that we got to take a look at. But I think he gonna go in there and look like prime Manny Pacquiao tomorrow night. He gonna look like prime Manny Pacquiao tomorrow night because Ugas ain't ready. He's not physically ready for this fight. He hurt. Nick J said look like look like Popeye the Sailor Man's on him. Yeah. You know, when Popeye eat that spinach, motherfucker, that bicep, them bitches look like they blowed up. You know what I'm saying? Them bitches look like some flotation devices. So his shit look like if you put a pin in that bitch gonna pop. He had that creatine bicep. You know, that water muscle. That's what it looked like, bro. I hope, like I said, man, hopefully this shit good. Hopefully everything straight, but I just seen too much that I can't ignore, and it's got to be talked about. You know, I was going to let it slide if he looked good at the weigh-in. And I'm not talking about the shape. He looked real good. He in shape. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he in great physical shape, but that bicep fucked up, though. Said Caleb Plant set for November 6th. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a real good fight. As y'all can see, I haven't really been covering the whole, I haven't really been covering Canelo and Caleb Plant. Shout out to Caleb Plant, though. I fuck with Caleb Plant heavy. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? If y'all catch my drift, I think it's going to be a good fight. What y'all think about that fight, Caleb Plant and Canelo? Salute to the brother Omar Buford back in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said, you got to be hell of impressed with Manny beating Broner, Thurman, and now Ugas. If he beats Ugas, that Spencer Crawford fight gonna happen, man. Yeah. Hey, that's a great point. And look, I always give Manny Pacquiao his credit. I know I talk shit to his fans. You know, but much respect to Manny Pacquiao, great fighter, legendary. And the shit that he doing right now, bro, like you can't hate on that. You can't take credit away from that because it's so many other fighters that are stuck around to this age, but they not fighting these type of guys. They not challenging themselves the way Manny Pacquiao is challenging themselves, and let alone being successful in these attempts. You know, most fighters that's 40 years old, if they would have fought Keith Thurman in his prime as a champion, they would have got their ass beat, and it probably would have been their last fight. And then even if they did win that fight, you probably wouldn't have seen them sign up to fight Earl the True Spence Jr. or even fucking Yordenis Ugas. They probably wouldn't even have fought Adrian Broner. So you got to give them credit for sure. Says Sweet Hands needs more power. It's a valid point. And y'all know I'm not even one of those guys that I believe power is just everything. You know what I'm saying? It's important, but it ain't every damn thing. You know, but if you're not as skilled in those other categories, then you might need it more than others. You know what I'm saying? See, for example, Floyd Mayweather. Even though he did have power at his lower weights, he's a extraordinarily skilled motherfucker. Once in a generation type of motherfucker. So he don't need power as much as these other dudes need it. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney. I don't think he need power like these other motherfuckers need that shit. He don't gotta rely on that shit. Can Caleb Plant be that type of guy? Who we don't know. We gotta see. This is his opportunity to show us. This is opportunity to show us. Poor counterbox and said, I hope Caleb Plant beat Canelo. I would love to see Caleb Plant successful, man, because he deserved it. You know what I'm saying? He deserved it. He seemed like a stand-up guy, you know, always in the gym, always focused. You know what I mean? I fuck with Caleb Plant, man. You know, so if he was able to pull this shit out, become undisputed champion, man, I mean, it'll be a beautiful thing. And I mean, shit, if Canelo wins, shit, he deserved it too. He put the work in. So it is what it is. But I would definitely love to see Caleb Plant get that undisputed. That'll be amazing. Dalen Chapo said, why Ugas look like the aliens off I Am Legend. Yeah, he done shaved his eyebrows off, man. I don't know why he did that, bro. I don't know who told that man it was a good idea to shave his damn eyebrows. Salute to the brother D Lucky back in that super chat coming through and showing love one more time. He said, I think Caleb has better stamina than Canelo. If he boxes and stays on his toes, he wins. You know what? That I like that. And see, here's my thing. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this because this is a great way. This is a great topic to veer into towards the end of the show. And I really want to touch on this right here. Because I've been thinking with Canelo Alvarez, we seen that he's had issues with Floyd Mayweather, but that's Floyd Mayweather. But we also seen him have issues with Erislandy Lara as well. Now, the thing with Erislandy Lara, I ain't even gonna say defense because he was doing a little bit too much moving for my liking. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was doing a little bit too much moving. When you saw Floyd fight Canelo, he stood right in the middle of the ring with Canelo, made him miss and made him pay. He didn't do no running. But Erislandy Lara, though his defense was very sharp, most of it was foot movement. And it was like, it's like he wasn't there to give you any offense. I had Lara winning that fight. But when they said that Canelo won, I wasn't entirely upset because Canelo was actually throwing punches and going to the body and landing shots. Lara seemed like he had no interest in offense. And in my opinion, you can't win a fight like that. Like Guillermo Rigondeaux, I never want to see Guillermo Rigondeaux fight again. I never want to see him fight again, bro. Because he had no interest in offense. He was literally running. I never want to see that dude touch the ring again. He need to go back to Cuba and make gold grills or something like TV Johnny. You know what I'm saying? He need to go to Cuba and set up a gold grill kiosk and sell gold grills and shit. I don't want to see Guillermo Rigondeaux no more. Not in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Now, for Caleb Plant, and the reason I brought this up is because with Canelo, you see that he does have issues with boxers. Billy Joe Saunders. I had that before Billy Joe got his eye fucked up. I had Billy Joe very competitive in that fight. I thought it was close. And at that point, it looked like Billy Joe was starting to pick up some steam. It looked like Billy Joe was picking up some steam and some momentum, and he was boxing very well versus Canelo. But he got his eye cracked. You know what I mean? So we don't really know what that shit was going to look like. You know what I'm saying? But with Canelo, it's like he does have issues with boxers, but I also think you got to be somebody who can stand in the fire with him too. You don't want to be reckless and just sit there and try to trade with him, but you got to be somebody that's willing to sit in the fire with Canelo Alvarez. You're not going to win versus Canelo just trying to like use your foot speed because they not going to give you no decision like that. You got to be willing to stand in the fire. You got to be able to box, use your jab, stick and move, show hand speed, show combinations, show the flashy flurries and shit like that. Show dominance, ring generalship. That's very important. You got to show that. But then you got to be able to like be in the middle of the ring and like win some of those exchanges. When he want to make you throw so he can counter you, you got to be able to make him miss and counter him. You got to be able to win those exchanges in the middle of the ring with Canelo if you want to get a decision over him. That's what Floyd did. Floyd stood in the middle of the ring with Canelo Alvarez and he won all the exchanges. Every time it came, when they started to play chess in the middle of the ring, and when it came down to, I'm going to wait on you to throw, and then I'm going to make you miss and hit you with something. And then Canelo tried to play that game with Floyd, and so Floyd was like, shit, fuck it, I'll be first. You know why? Because I got the hand speed advantage, which I do believe that Caleb Plant has over Canelo. So Floyd say, look, I got the hand speed advantage. I'll be first. I'll be your Huckleberry. So Floyd will throw a left hook. He'll land that bitch and get out the way. Canelo couldn't touch it. He'll throw he'll palm with the jab and then throw an overhand right. Canelo couldn't touch it. Floyd won all the exchanges in the middle of the ring. And then when he decided to move around, that made it even more impressive because he showed that, look, I can beat you in the middle of the ring and I can box you. I can use the whole ring. So I beat you every single way. However you want to do it. That's how you gotta fight Canelo. You can't just do what Erislandy Lara did and just use just straight foot movement and try to. You can't do that. And I think Caleb Plant has the abilities to do all of these things that I believe you have to do to be able to beat Canelo. But there's two things. There's two major factors that we got to think about. Two questions. Can Caleb Plant take a shot from Canelo? That's number one, because Canelo hit hard as a motherfucker. Can he take a shot from Canelo? That's number one. Number two, can he hurt Canelo? Not even hurt him. Can he hit Canelo with something that make him respect him? Those two things are going to be extremely important. If he can do those two things, if he can take a decent shot from Canelo, not just sit there like a dumbass and let Canelo wail on you. And no, he'll knock anybody out if you just let him hit you. But can you take a decent shot from Canelo, and can you hit him with something that will make Canelo respect him? If he can do those two things, he can win the fight. Because everything else take care of itself. He got all the skills. He got the foot ability, foot speed, footwork. He got the hand speed. He got, respectable power versus the other opponents that he's fought. He showed that, but he ain't really fought no very, very credible guys. So we don't really know what that's going to look like versus somebody on the level of Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? So if he can do those two things, everything else take care of itself. We know you got a great jab. We know you got great head movement. We know you got IQ. We know you got footwork. You know what I'm saying? We know you're going to be in shape. We know you got championship pedigree. But what we don't know is, can you take a solid punch from Canelo if he does land on you? And he will. And can you hit Canelo with something that's going to make him respect you? So that way, when shit do get real, he ain't finna just crash out. You know what I'm saying? Those two things is key. If he can do those two things, bro, he can win the fight. Sheldon Moore in the building, salute. Said Plant not beating Canelo is probable but highly unlikely. Hey man, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree. I think Canelo is definitely a clear favorite in that fight. If I had to put a percentage on it, I would say, just out of respect for Caleb Plant and his abilities, I would say 65-45. Am I tripping? It's 65-35. I've been drinking, y'all. Don't fuck me up. Don't hit me hard over my bad math, y'all. 65-35. I would, just out of respect for Caleb Plant's ability, I would say 65-35. You know what I'm saying? Just out of respect, because the brother got skills. Caleb Plant got skills. One of the most skilled guys in boxing today. And if he had the resume, he'll be on my pound for pound list. He just ain't really been in there with nobody that's credible. Other than the guy Utsagasi, the guy that David Benavidez was supposed to fight. And I mean, shit, he ain't really fought no damn body. To be real. He was a champion, but shit. This, and another thing is, Caleb Plant is younger. But Canelo is in his prime. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's going to be a tough fight, bro. It's going to be a tough-ass fight. It's going to be a tough-ass fight. Salute to the brother D Lucky back in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said, remember, Lara kept it simple and smart. He did, and he lost. He lost. Lara kept it simple and smart, and he fucking lost. And you're not going to be able to do that against Canelo. You're going to have to go above and beyond to beat Canelo Alvarez. You're not going to just be able to... Because I think that if Caleb Plant just looking to survive, he can do that. That won't be a problem because he has the defensive prowess and the ability to do that. He can. But what he's going to have to do is what Lara didn't do. I still had Lara winning. Keep in mind. So D Lucky, you got a point there because I had Lara winning the fight. But see, I'm judging it off of pure like points. Which of course the fight should be judged like that, but it's certain things that you gotta take into account outside of just, you know what I mean? It's certain things you gotta take into account. You gotta take into account the fact that Lara never really showed no interest in using no offense. And Canelo was. You can't just be like Rigondeaux, just running around the ring and shit. Caleb Plant gonna have to use his defense, and he gonna have to be in the middle of the ring, and he gonna have to show like I'm here, not just trade recklessly with Canelo, but motherfucker I'm here. What's up? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a great fight though. But look, man, I done ran a little over. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make a move, man. Look, I want to thank everybody for coming through. I appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Another great episode of Merlot Fridays, Good Boxing Talk. If y'all gonna watch the fight tomorrow, I hope y'all enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a great weekend, man. Thanks for everybody that liked the stream, that commented, super chatted, everybody that interacted and, you know what I'm saying, participated, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend, man. Contender Regime, boxing, I'll holler at y'all boys, man. Hold it down.